So as you know, last video I had some issues with the frame rate, and I recorded this and I still have issues, so I'm gonna mess around with my settings and hopefully we're gonna get that fixed. But anyway, let's just go on to the video. um, I put a fair bit of work into this one, so yeah, enjoy. So I figured I would do a Minecraft mech tutorial, as my friend The Dramatic Links featured one of my mechs in his latest Project Civilization video, and I wanted to share my process. So I guess we're just going to get straight into it. So to start off, we're going to build the skeleton of the mech. I personally make the most of mine from iron, but any material works. I just prefer to use it to show how everything else is armor plating rather than a blob of machine-ish parts. And next is the legs. Now these are going to be built up directly from the feet and joined at the top. And we're gonna we're gonna create sort of like a platform. And after that, we're gonna bulk out the skeleton a little more, just with some extra detail with the iron and stuff, and move on to detailing the feet. Now, here's where I figured I'd talk about my color schemes. I like to use a primary and secondary material and alternate these on the feet and scatter the two colors around the mech. It creates a really nice look and stops your mech from looking like a bland blob of color. For this mech, I'm using the new corrupted blocks. We are then going to build up the back. There are a few different ways to do this. You could do a straight wall, or upside down stairs also work pretty well, like a upside down staircase kind of shape. And for this one, I am doing an engine looking thing around the back and just generally building up a straight wall. And after you do this, we're gonna outline the main part of the mech with the primary material. And then is the windows. So to draw the eye to the cockpit, I'm using yellow glass. It creates a nice spot color on the mech that we'll be using later on for the weapons. Just remember to use your spot color sparingly to make the parts stand out. I think I overdid it with the weapons, but it looks good as the cockpit. Next, we will be building the top of the mech. I usually do a second cockpit, controlling the arms or whatever. But for this mech, for the shape, I took inspiration from the Sisters of Battle Immolator and Exorcist, with the big, the big like stained glass wall thing sticking out of it, or the massive rocket, launchers sticking out the back. And I reckon that looks pretty good. So, yeah, I took inspiration from that and created this big wall kind of shape on the top of my mech. And the arms are up next. So we're going to start by building the first joint, which will be a 2x3x2 rectangle, sticking off where you want the arms to go. And after this, we'll just bulk it out a bit with a simple shoulder pad. So this is just some stairs, some standard blocks. You can do some really crazy stuff with the shoulder pads. I just thought I'd keep it simple. I want to draw the eye to all the detail on the top here with the stairs and stuff. And so yeah, I reckon considering they're so close together, the shoulder pads should be fairly simple. And the next part is making the weapons. So this part is very versatile. You can make pretty much anything you want for this. I'm myself just doing a fairly simple cannon of some kind out of gold. Like I said before, I'm using my spot color here. I think I overdid it. Just the weapon is such a big area, and I think I used way too much gold on it. And I'm also doing an energy weapon kind of thing. Like, I've been playing a lot of Portal recently, so that explains like the things sticking out. So yeah, I'm also using gold for that. This area I think works a lot better because it's a lot less gold. But anyway, yeah. So next we're gonna move on to the interior. Sorry, this part's completely optional, but I think it just makes it look that bit better. I don't usually do it, but I figured for this one I may give some examples on how you could do it. So you can just pretty much use any block that looks good as like a computer kind of thing. Uh, the ones from Education Edition, like the weird science block things, they work really well as mech control panels, but sea lanterns also look really good as computer screens. Um, and with that finished, we're done. Um, so I reckon the one I made is pretty good. But the best thing about this process is how versatile it is. So you can pretty much make literally any mech you want using this process. I've done fire ones, military style ones. I've done just some crazy stuff with this. Um, so I'm thinking I will do a new series where I make some mechs. I'm sure it'll phase out eventually, but it'll just be some quick, short, like sped up building process videos. Um, and yeah, it would just be pretty cool. Because I really want to share some of my mechs because I have just so many ideas, and I just want to get them out there. But yeah, so look out for that new series, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.